I must have posted like a 4-second clip of Bronny touching the floor, and I captioned it, Bronny touched earth.
Yo.
People in the UK think that there's a competition to do with media. I don't see anyone as competition, because for me, the more they are, the better. And then people are like, oh, you do this for content. No, it's just me. Whether this camera is there or not, that's just me.
Was hearing you behind the camera, bro, going, no way.
Coach would be like, alright, Deric, man the camera. People just start laughing.
How did you become from the volunteer guy on the sidelines to now being DezeReels?
And I was like, what are you doing this for? What's the outcome? I don't know. Like, everything that needed to happen happened. That was one of, if not the best event of the summer. That's what's missing here in the UK.
What's up, people? It's Deric Eze AKA DezeReels, and you're watching For the Culture.
Hi everyone, welcome back to For the Culture. I'm your host, Huncho and Deric. Today I'm joined by our third guest on this episode. This person is one of the UK's leading content creators, an absolute mastermind in the scene right now, a very good friend of mine, one of the nicest people I've met in this industry as well. Please give some noise for DezeReels.
Thank you, bro. You made me smile. That's good.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah, damn. If I even did it right, man. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
No, bro, it's good. It's good. It's fantastic to have you. You look great.
Thank you,
Very
man.
sharp.
Just trying
very
to stay good for your cameras, man.
Who's your barber, man?
Oh, Dejo Cuts. If you know him, if you don't know him, get to know.
Okay, cool, man. We're gonna get straight into it. There's so much to unpack.
Let's do it.
It's a pleasure to have you here on For the Culture.
Thank you, man.
Tell me about yourself, your basketball journey, where it began. Tell the people who you are, man.
DezeReels, also known as Deric Eze, or Deric Eze, also known as DezeReels. Born and raised in Spain, and moved to the UK in 2014, where I then started playing basketball. I started really late, but
What age did you move to the UK?
I moved when I was 13.
Okay, that's old, man.
So yeah, first language Spanish.
Yeah.
Then
How was your English?
poof.
How was your English when you first came to the UK?
Let's just say that I got bullied
Really?
for my English.
Is it? So you went straight to like public school when you came here?
Yes, and I went private school in Spain, and that's where I learned English. Like extracurricular activities, I learned English. So when I came here, I didn't struggle as much, but I still struggled because I wasn't speaking British English. So the first mistake I made when I went to school was when I asked for the Wi-Fi password, because in Spanish it's Wi-Fi. So I said, do you know what the Wi-Fi password is? I kid you not, for the whole year I was called Wi-Fi boy.
That's crazy,
Just
man.
because of that. Started playing basketball when I came to the UK, West Bromwich Albion.
So you didn't play basketball when you were in Spain?
Nah, probably like the last year before I moved. So when I was 13, that's when I kind of started to learn the rules and stuff, but I couldn't really play it. Then when I moved here, that's when I started to play a bit more. Found the basketball club, West Bromwich Albion. Then I tried out for the under-16s.
So wait, that's West Bromwich Albion, not the football team.
It's the football team, but they have a basketball.
Oh, so it's like Real Madrid kind of.
Real Madrid and Real Madrid basket.
Oh,
yeah, like that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is. I think there's other clubs around the UK that do that as well. That's where I found my love for the sport, and that's where I kind of like started filming. So I think, what was it? I started filming my second year of under 18s.
So now this is like sixth form kind of time.
Like
the college.
And well, when I started filming, it was more like, you know, when you go to an away game with your team and like everyone's sitting on the bench and you have one person next to coach with the camera on the tripod.
Yeah.
To be chosen to like do that was a violation. It was like, alright, cool, you're not going to get minutes.
You can't get on the court so you can record the game.
Coach would be like, alright, Deric, man the camera. And you just like, people just start laughing. And to me, it was like, bruh, like embarrassing. So yeah, I never knew that's violation would turn into, you know, me doing what I love.
So when you were in under 18s, obviously getting asked to do the camera's a violation or whatever. Did you have hoop dreams, bro? Like did you want to be a pro player and like?
You know what? I think it died out. The love for me thinking that, alright, cool, I'm trying to make it to the NBA died out after I hit 18. Getting a job and stuff, and I was thinking, to train every single day and then deal with school and then also be at training and then have games. I don't think I love the sport that much. Like, I love it, but not that much to put my body through all of that. So I enjoyed playing basketball. I did want to succeed, but not to become a professional.
What kind of player were you on court?
I'm very annoying. I think I'm annoying. So let alone other people. I think if I was playing against me, I would hate me.
So like Pat Bev type style. I mean, people have said that anyway. I've never seen people say
But
that.
I take pride in that. Like I would say I'm the kind of player that, let's say if we're playing a team with a point guard that averages 20, I'll get him to
It's
score
your
just 8.
assignment
Yeah,
to
to
lock
just
him
like
up. Take him off
rattle
his game.
him. Yeah,
I
just
love
that. Just the little thing. Just say something here.
Yeah,
a little push here.
Little poke, yeah.
Play defense. Don't leave their side. All of that. Yeah, I'm about that. I love. That's just my kind of energy. And then people are like, oh, you do this for no, it's just me. Whether this camera is there or not, that's just me.
Because I'm like that a bit when I play as well. Like, I feel like in person, like, we're nice people. Like, we're actually really calm in it. But there's something about when you're on the court and you want to play the villain, it's so much more fun to play the villain. Yeah.
100%. Like, every time, especially Hoop Space. Whenever I go to the runs there, like, I wouldn't say I talk every time. But after the first video dropped of, like, me talking, and the thing is, with those videos, they're like 30 seconds long, but they don't tell the full story. When you see what happens, like, I'm minding my business, people start talking, then I talk back. And when I'm talking back and then making buckets, or at least getting my teammates buckets. So it's like, I'm getting more. Yeah,
you're getting amped up.
Yeah, and for me, doing all that shouting, all that screaming, gives me even more energy.
Yeah. I
so
love
it's
it
like,
well.
it doesn't stop. So yeah, man. You guys have seen the clips.
So, hold on that, right? So, speaking of that, there's a clip of you that came out. You're like, you doing a sham god. Beautiful move.
Oof.
You do the sham god, this guy. I'm going to let you tell the story. You run me through what happened on that play.
You know what, yeah? The thing about that clip, let me just say this. There's certain kids that go to these Hoop Space runs, yeah, that talk, that should not be talking. Because when I go to these EABO games to film, they don't even touch the court.
Oh.
So if you're not that guy, don't talk. Like, I talk because it's fun. But if you're still hooping, if you're still 18, 17, all of that, trying to hoop,
Well, the thing is, it's like, if you put yourself out there and you're competing and you're not, like, you're giving you like stuff to use to go at you, innit? But you don't hoop as much as them, so like, they ain't got much to say to you.
Exactly.
Bro.
So like, I've hooped against people that, play minutes, and respect to them. I talk shit, they talk shit back to me, and it's all good and there. But the ones that are like more like bombs, they just take it too personal. But yeah, I had to get that off my chest because I really don't like when people talk for the sake of, just because, oh, my friend was talking to you, so you know what, let me talk shit to you. Nah, we're not like that.
You're giving Cat Williams right now, bro.
Am I? Damn. I don't know why I got so into it. I think when you just reminded me of it, the memory just came back. I'm talking about the Sham God. The kid that
tell me about the Sham God.
He was talking, so I was like, all right, cool. Let me get my moment. I got the ball and I was like, cool. What's one move that, I can, right now, the way I'm feeling, I'm not too healthy. I'm not like fully fit.
What's
something I can do? So I was like, all right, cool. The full Sham God. I was like, let me get that. I did it. He took the bait.
Yeah, he reached hard.
He reached. I saw that in slow-mo. And then I think one of his teammates tried to help. And I've never done that combo before, where I just span off the ball.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, bro.
It just happened. I said, damn. In my head, I was like, I need to keep going.
Carry.
Then I was going to go up and under, but the guy that contested the shot, he's low-key heavy, so I couldn't like push him up. So I ended up breaking the layup, bro. And it hurt me so much because that, I felt, when you just feel that.
It was a roller coaster watching that video,
It felt so
bro.
nice.
Yeah.
But the feel was like, damn, that was my highlight, man.
Yeah, man. It was funny, man. We'll put the clip up as well so you guys can watch it on YouTube. Side note, let's get back to your journey. So obviously you started videoing by accident, really.
Yeah.
COVID time kind of came about because that's when I think I started really seeing your stuff out a bit more as well. So you found videography by accident. How did you become from the volunteer guy on the sidelines to now being Deric Eze DezeReels?
Videography for me wasn't really to like, get views and stuff. It started with not getting minutes. So it was kind of personal. For me, it was like, I don't know how I can keep coming to these games, not getting minutes. Like, first in training, last to leave, work hard. The same way you see me talking, all that, I'm doing that at training. I play exactly the same way I play at the games, the same way I play at training. Full energy, 110%. And there's loads of hoopers like that give everything, but favoritism exists in basketball.
Politics.
Coaches,
Politics.
there's always that.
The politics.
So it's like, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try, you still don't get the opportunity. So for me, videography was whenever we filmed games, I take the footage, make a little mixtape of whatever I'd done in the game. Because I always believed that if I get given 10 minutes, I have to do something. If I get given 30 seconds, it has to be a steal or a rebound or 2 points.
Make the most of your
make
time
the most of what I've got.
Be impactful.
I'd make little mixtapes for myself, and then before every game, I'd watch it back just to motivate myself. Just tell myself, you're that guy. You're that guy. It doesn't matter if you get minutes or not. That's how it started.
So you were making your own highlight
I was
tapes.
making just for myself. I wasn't posting it or anything. Well, some are on YouTube, but
you need to release those, man.
Nah, they're not that good. They're not that good. But yeah, it was just personal motivation. That's how it started. I got injured during the season, and I didn't want to stop where I wasn't going training or anything. So I volunteered to film the games. I'd go to the away games, come to the home games. Whilst I had my cast, I'd film the games. And then from that, I started posting highlights of my teammates, posting highlights of opposition. And that's where kind of like DezeReels started.
Yeah. So how'd you come up with the name?
Cool. So I was at home on this, bright sunny day.
In England?
Yeah.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
And yeah, I was thinking, cool. So my name's Deric Eze. What word can we find for that? I was like, D-E-Z-E, Desi sounds right. Then I was like, highlights. What's a synonym for highlights? And I was searching through on Google, and then I think I saw reels. I saw a couple of different things, but I saw reels. So I first called it DezeReels. Then I went to training that same night after I was researching and stuff. And then I told one of my teammates, I was like, what do you think of DezeReels? And then he looked at it. He looked at what I typed on my phone. And he said it a couple of times, he said, DezeReels. I said, what did you say, bro? He said, DezeReels. I said, I think that's it.
Yeah, you see, you know that was the Wi-Fi boy in you, not getting you, not getting you to go D's. That's Desi.
Yeah, but the downside to it was that even though it was catchy and DezeReels was nice, my teammates would not stop with the DezeReels, these nuts. Yeah, I heard that for years and years on, bro, the whole time. But yeah, that's how it kind of started. Then COVID hit, and that was more like a blessing for me.
How did you find that kind of time? Because I feel like everyone had their own experience that time. Some people flourished, some people really compacted themselves, but like for you, how did you find that time?
For me, I just lost my job, which I was doing a chemical engineering apprenticeship, and I just lost it. I kind of thought that everything was kind of over, but at the same time, when I lost the job, I didn't even want to be there anyways. I knew 100% that this is not what I see myself doing. I'm only doing this because my parents are happy, Nigerians. You say, oh, I'm doing chemical engineering, and they get hella excited. But truly, I just want to be in basketball, and they don't see that as a career.
How did you find that, man? Because that's a very intense thing, I think, for a lot of people. A lot of people can probably relate to that as well, like especially given the fact your parents are immigrants as well.
It was so tough because it's not like I had so many people saying, oh yeah, I believe you can do it. Like, unless you see the results, you can't really believe in it unless you've got the vision. And I wouldn't say I had the vision this far to where I am right now, but I just had this strong belief that if I want to do it, I can do it. And I didn't really get that. I think from my family side of things, they were more like, you can keep it as a hobby, but not as your main thing. Like, have get a degree, go to university.
I can relate to that.
To them, it's like, if you don't go uni, you ain't making it in life. So yeah, I was just like, I would say I'm a rebel kid, where I was like, I don't care. I'm not like, I've been to school. I had good grades, but I knew that sitting in the classroom and learning stuff wasn't for me. I'm more of a practical person.
You want to do stuff. Let
me be in the field. Like, show me how to do it. Let me try it, and I'll learn. And I'll never forget. But to sit down and look at someone teach me something, I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So how's it been now? Because obviously, you've gone through that hard time. Okay, cool. To your parents, this is what I want to do. You know, chemical engineering. Was it chemical engineering?
Yeah.
Chemical engineering. That's a serious subject to kind of do, and you know, they must have been very proud and looking forward to you completing
100%.
that. Do you, if you don't mind me asking, do you feel like you dealt with feelings of disappointment? Like, how did you go through that? Because I think a lot of people go through that and we don't really talk about it very much at all.
That time was very tough. Like, COVID times, even though it was a blessing, it was really tough, because I'd go to games almost every day and I wasn't getting paid for it. I was just going there just for content, purely just for the love of the game. And coming back home now, I'm leaving early, coming back late, 11 p.m. And my mom was like, what are you doing this for? Like, what's the outcome? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I might just be at the right place, right time one day, and someone might just spot me. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm just going every day. And during that time when I lost my job, that I found a side hustle, which was Amazon warehouse. Never again. Never again. So I would do
put to work,
bro. My back.
Modern day
Pause.
slavery, bro. Yo.
Bro, nah. Amazon?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tough. Yeah.
So I do like night shifts and then come back in the morning and then, you know, sleep a little bit, then
Straight back out
for to film basketball. And yeah, it just wasn't easy, bro. And then when I had my apprenticeship, I could support at home, support my mom and my sister, and just like, you know, contribute every month. But when I lost my job, I couldn't do that. So my mom was like, kind of like pressuring, like, what's going on? What were you doing? This and that.
What's next for you, kind of thing? Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just saying, in my head, I was like, I've done this engineering thing, this thing where I have to wake up at 6 a.m., get to work for 8, finish at 4, get home for at 6. I did for 3 years. And I was like, I'm done, bro. I can't do this anymore. I need to do what I enjoy.
You went all in.
Yeah, I went all in, but it wasn't easy. And it finally hit one day where I was at a game.
That's a great point. What was the moment for
the moment
you that
where it
you
happened?
were like, not just like I'm doing it,
Yeah.
but like it's like I'm in this now. Like, you're swimming in it. Like, you're not only reaping the benefits, but you're also like still working at it as well.
There's two moments. The first one was when I was at a game, a Leicester Riders game, and I think Gino Crandall must have done a behind the back pass, and I happened to be at the right spot, like at the baseline, filming that. I think Sky was there as well, Buzz 16, and I must have caught it, but they didn't. So I was the only one with that angle. I posted it, 10,000 views.
Yeah.
I was like, because it was a sick pass.
Was that the most views you had to got at that point?
At that point, yeah.
Nice.
Was it? Yeah, at that point.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. At that point,
Let's say, but one of the heights.
Yeah. So that happened, and they must have got in contact for the clip, and me just being or let's say just clueless in some way. When they asked for it, I just like kind of like, yeah, sure, have it. When normally people like charge for it, so I just did that. And then from there, they must have come in contact with me again, just saying, oh, we like what you're doing. Would you be down to, give us all of the footage that you film to the games you go to? In exchange, we'll cover for your train, your hotels and stuff.
And was that just for like the Riders games at that time?
No, for any game I wanted.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, I was doing this for free, but if you're gonna like cover for it, then thank you.
Yeah. And now fast forward, like you're obviously before we get to that, talk about your second point. What was your second?
My second point was when Foot Locker did a feature on me about why I do what I do, and then they flew me out to New York.
How far was that after getting asked to get paid to record to now getting flown out by one of the biggest brands in the world for footwear, culture of sport?
A year and a bit.
Wow, okay.
1 year and a bit, yeah. And that to me, like when I was in the same room as these other, I'd say influencers. I don't really call myself an influencer, but other guys like Rukix, Redder, and a couple, I think 4 other content creators and stuff, different things. One was a sneaker reseller, another person was a DJ that paints basketball courts, another one was a street baller, and the last person was a gamer.
From all over the world?
Yeah, all over the world. I think I was the UK rep. Rukix was France. The other girl was Spanish, and then an Italian dude, and then the DJ that paints court was from Amsterdam. And just being there, and the trips we went to Brooklyn Nets game, went to different like top spots in New York, restaurants, went out at night. Just the whole experience was just surreal. And then on top of that, all the clothing I wore through during the trip was all from Foot Locker for free.
You never dressed the same after that, did you?
I never felt the same after that. I was like, damn, so this is what life can be like. But then at the same time, I felt that, what's it called? Where I forgot what it's called, but it's like when you're doing something and people say that you're very good at it, but you never feel it. Something syndrome, imposter syndrome.
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
I felt that when I was there because I was like, I didn't feel like I deserved to be there. Because I'm thinking, I'm just a videographer. Like,
I feel like that's a common trait of people that kind of just find these things they're passionate about by accident. Yeah. Because it was never part of your intention. Like you picked up a camera because, you had to for your team and that's what you had to do, right? Yeah. And it's such a real thing that I think a lot of people face, like including myself, I think as well. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I'm hosting a GB game right now. And I'm like, I'm hosting a GB game. And I'm going home. I'm like, I'm still just myself,
Yeah.
But people tell you, and when people compliment you and you actually look at it and you actually take a moment, step outside your box and be proud of yourself, you actually realize, oh man, like, I'm actually like, I never would have thought this would have happened. But at the same time, I think the advantage of that is that it keeps you driven because it keeps you humble and it keeps you someone that people want to keep on working with and respect because you're thankful of the environments you're in. And a lot of people aren't when they get to those stages. So
I can't really see myself ever being like that. Like I've seen people that I've turned like that where they feel like, oh, I'm that guy. Like, to be honest, actually, let me be more precise. What?
Unless you're in a scrimmage.
Yeah, I would say that I know,
do you know who I am.
and I know what I can do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think that I'm like, oh, I'm that guy. Actually, to a certain, I think I'm that guy.
Yeah, you have to have an element of that.
Guy.
You have to have an element of that.
Yeah.
Because then the confidence helps you produce better things.
Exactly. So when I walk around in games and stuff, I feel confident because I know I'm here for a purpose. I know what I do, but never to like downplay other people or anything. Like whenever I look at stuff on socials, I admire lots of people in British basketball. I don't think I'm the best at what I do, but I guess whatever I make gets seen by a lot of people.
Who inspires you then?
First of all, Sam Eater. He was the reason. Yeah, he was the reason why I started in the first place. When I first met him, I was so excited. I met him at the Essex Rebels cup final. Yeah.
Oh wow.
What was it?
It's the
18s cup final.
Okay, yeah, Boss Wingley one.
Yeah. And I met him there and I was like, oh my days, you're Sam Eater. Such a fanboy, bro. And then he must have asked me a question that shocked him. It was like, so what are like your goals and aspirations? And I was like, one day I would like to film for GB. And he was like, what?
Is that how you sounded back then?
I don't know. I was just trying to do a younger me.
But
yeah, man.
Yo, no wonder you got bullied, fam. My goodness.
if you think my accent is bad now, because most people say whenever I talk for like the first time when they've heard me speak, they're like, "Where you from, bro?"
Yeah, your accent is it's not strong, but like you can hear it when you talk. Like,
So can you tell where I'm from?
I can know. I feel like no, I wouldn't be able to guess. But when you say you're Spanish, I'm like, it makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
I hate when people say it makes sense, because I'm thinking, what makes sense, bro? What makes me now sound like I'm Spanish? Because most people say, well, some people think, usually the people that are not from England say, "Oh, your English is really good." So how is it so obvious that I'm Spanish?
Well, like I feel like you talk fast.
I do?
Yeah, I mean I do. Like that's very Spanish, bro. Is it or is it not? Is it not? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Even like I don't know the tones. Like I lived with a Spanish guy for a year, and then
Yeah.
my guy Christian. Shout out to my like and Juan. That's what we call him.
Juan.
And Juan. He hooped in it. So I was thinking, Juan.
Wow.
You get it?
That's very
You
creative.
get it? Yeah,
Very
man, like
creative.
Chris. But yeah, man. I feel like you have similar emphasis on certain words, but like again, like I said, if you ask me straight away, I'm like, but if you said Spain, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man. That's where I'm from. That's where I come from. That's where the energy's from.
That's dope. So you're saying Samni obviously inspires you.
Sam Nita, Joe Pinchin. Yep. Now some of my peers like Ivan Grotsev, London Lions video.
Man, like
tough.
guy been putting in work, bro.
Jesus Christ, for the longest.
Yeah, for the longest.
Eddie for barking. He's cold.
Man, like
Yeah, that's my boy. Other people I look at, these are mainly videographers.
Yeah.
So
but it's really interesting because all those people you said don't do. I think. Well, I feel like there's elements of your work.
Yeah.
That are very much inspired by different parts of those people. But when I think about you specifically, what's different to you compared to those people you just said is that you're very much more, your face is in your stuff. Like a lot more now. But like, why have you now transitioned into doing that? Because you started with videography, like what's like made you want to show your face a bit more? Yeah.
It was more of a challenge for me. Like, I don't like being in front of the camera. It scares me. Like, whenever I'm in front of the camera, I stutter so much. The amount of takes I do for those face videos is crazy. But for me, it's like, I'm so used to being behind the camera and it's like second nature. I'm comfortable. It's now getting to the next step. So I'm like, cool, how can I challenge myself? And that's where like putting myself in front of the camera was like, all right, cool, let's do this challenge and like, let's conquer this fear.
Mm-hmm.
But this fear don't ever go. It's always there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I started to put my face in front of the camera, that's when, you know, things had to roll through even more. That's when even Foot Locker came through, and that's when I started to gain more followers because they could relate to it. Well, I don't think many people kind of guessed that I was black to start with.
You don't think?
Nah, like everyone, like especially like after COVID, when like people were started to come to games now, and like I was filming and it wasn't like an empty gym. They were like, "Oh, so you're DezeReels?"
Do you feel like that's? Why do you think that is? Do you feel like? Is it because? I'm gonna break it down a little bit. So like, do you feel like it's because there's an expectation for you to look like something else, or is it like literally because of what you're producing doesn't look like look like something that a black person can make?
Nah, I think it's because, and I realized this quite late, there's not too many of us.
Yeah,
in
it's true.
the media world, and it took me some time, like, because I wouldn't say I see color when I go places, but I see color, yeah. But whenever I go to these games, I didn't notice until I think I was at what was it? Must have been a cup final or something, and I looked around like the media space, just myself and just myself.
Yeah, only person of color.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn. And I understand, cameras are not cheap. But at the same time, like...
Yeah, but it's opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, opportunity too. 100%. If it wasn't for, you know, the assistant coach I had that helped me get into the British Basketball League first, and then a couple of players like Matthew MBA or Ashley Hamilton, who stood up for me during COVID when arenas wouldn't let me in to film. If it wasn't for people like that, or Jordan Williams... You know, Jordan Williams, who played for Worcester Wolves. If it wasn't for them players, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. yeah, so opportunity and just
People like speaking up. It's important that people speak up and allow people that might not have a voice or as much of a powerful voice to make sure their voice is heard.
I don't know where this comes from, but for some reason, people in the UK think that there's a competition to do with media, and I don't see anyone as competition. Because for me, the more they are, the better. The more people are getting, the light shone on them.
Yeah. Raise the game.
Yeah, that's it. Just raise the game in your own way. So for anyone, any young hooper or person who wants to, get into the media world or whatever it is, please do not be afraid to shout out, because I will do whatever I can. Like, I learned from YouTube, I learned from other people that were better than me. Just ask. You never know.
Yeah, man.
You never know what you can get.
DM, man.
Yeah, man.
If you see me, it's another thing as well, bro. Seeing people in person, bro, like I find it sometimes it's like everyone's like, we know each other, but we don't know each other. I said this to Joe as well in episode 1. I was like, yo, like, there's so much, like, why is all this unnecessary tension? Do you know what I mean? Like,
bro.
maybe it's because we're British or we're English or whatever it is, or all that stereotype that people have. But like, sometimes everyone's very standoffish. Like, I've met so many people within our culture, and if I didn't go and speak and just introduce myself to people, I never ever would have been even like where I don't even think it's like I'm still in this space because I just had conversations with people. Said, hello, I've seen you do your stuff. Give them a compliment. I think it's great. I like this content. I saw this video. Haha, you made me laugh. Like,
I'm glad you mentioned Joel, because when I first went to the Hope Speaks run, I didn't know anyone, because I just moved to London. So I think 2 months in, I must have like seen the Hope Space Regal run. Went there and I was like, hey, my name's Deric, this and that. Can I sign up? And I was like, bro, I know you, man.
That's dope.
And from there, that's literally just from that conversation. That's
breaking
where it
the
just
ice.
started. That was it. And then from one session came to 2 sessions. From there, then we started talking. Then content, ideas and stuff. Nah, Joe's a real one, man.
Yeah, man. It's for the culture.
For the culture,
it's for
man.
The culture, man.
Chase.
Okay, that's gonna put us nicely into our next segment. So we are gonna play a little game. Okay, it's a new game. I've made it up. Bear with me. You are the first person on For the Culture to try out this game.
Let's
bro.
get it.
Okay, so have you played blackjack before?
Yeah, but I don't really know the rules like that.
Okay, that's all right with you, boy. That's okay. It's all right. We play blackjack out here. I'm playing. I'm playing. He's gonna get me back. Listen, one time you're gonna ask me, so what will you bully Stan? You're gonna find out some shit, man. Don't worry. I made up a game called British Basketball Blackjack. Okay, so you're gonna pick a card from this deck that I'm shuffling. All you have to do, if you pick up a black card, you have to say something better. If you pick up a red card, you have to say something worse. Okay, now each face of the card is a different category. Okay, so ace is a court, a king is a British men's player, a queen is a British women's player, a jack is a coach, an 8 is a shoe, a 7 is an accessory, and a 2 is a team. Okay, now I've already selected each of those categories for you already. Okay, so all you have to do is pick the cards.
I'm gonna pick the card and you tell me what options I've got.
I'll tell you what options you got to do. If it's red, you have to say something worse than what I'm going to tell you, and if it's black, you're going to have to say something better than what's.
All right, cool.
It'll make sense once you pick the card.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Hey, and don't hold back.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back.
Okay.
Take your card. Sorry, I'm presenting it terribly. There you go. What you got? Show me the card. Don't keep it hidden, bro. Okay, so you got a 7. Black 7.
Black 7.
Okay,
What
so you got
mean?
accessory.
Yeah.
You have to tell me an accessory that is better than short shorts. Basketball short shorts.
Short shorts, as in hella short.
Not hella short, but there's knee height shorts.
Yeah.
And then there's...
So an accessory that's better than that.
Yeah, so do you think baggy shorts are better?
Especially for the way I play, I think I kind of mess with the shorts. But okay, let's just go for. I have to go better, right?
Or if there's nothing better, you can say that as well. What else would you rather wear?
I haven't done it before, but I've seen it and I kind of like it. And it's the pajamas short, the pajamas fit thing. I think it looks kind of comfy. So I would like to try it.
I think it's gonna be hot as hell, bro.
You think? Well, it's
Bro,
it's cold in the UK.
Have you ever worn pajama trousers, bro?
Yeah, and they're comfy.
Fluffy as hell, but we're hooping. We're talking sweat.
We're in the UK. It's always cold.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not talking about in the summer outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about like Regal cold.
Okay. Okay,
It's
fair.
colder inside the Regal than it is outside.
But like, it's not so much. But you're gonna get warm. It just soaks up all the sweat, bro.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm capping. I like I like the short trousers. Cause whenever I play defense, I'm always like putting my trousers up to like
Okay.
yeah. So short
Enhance
trousers.
your true Pat Bev.
I actually like him, bro.
Yeah.
When I watch him, I actually like.
I enjoy him as well.
Yeah.
I'm a Clippers
entertainment,
fan,
but
innit?
he knows
yeah.
what he's doing, and that it infuriates me when I see comments and it's like, oh, bro. If he's in the NBA, if anyone's in the NBA, you can't talk about them. Not even Giannis's brother.
It's true.
He's cold too.
Yeah, it's true. But at the same time, then we wouldn't have anything. No one would say any opinions because every man would get
100%. To me, is the fact that when you give, I don't know, people just feel like their opinions matter. They don't, and some people just be going crazy.
I mean, they don't matter to the NBA players, kind of thing. It shouldn't affect their legacy or how they're rated as a player.
100%.
On that point, do you think media has too much power over how we perceive players?
Yes.
Okay,
I was gonna say no,
someone
but
in
yeah.
the media, so
yes, I'd say yeah. And the best example I can give is, with a USC with Bronny in it. Every time anything happens with USC, whether if Bronny scored 5 points or Bronny didn't even play the game, Bronny's still the face of it. His name is still in the caption. That's just for views.
For views,
and I
clickbait.
understand that. And that's all the comment section can say. Oh, his teammate had 23 points, but why is he the face? He only had 5 points and 1 rebound. Like,
at the end of the day, bro, the proof is in the pudding. He won't get recruited as highly as people think. Like NBA scouts aren't stupid. People get paid a lot of money to do these
But
things.
then LeBron has a lot of power.
That is true, but like, I don't know. Like, I actually don't think that if Bronny isn't projected a number 1 pick or whatever, right? Do you really, really think that when this guy gets drafted, people are going to try and draft him just so then they can have leverage over LeBron? Because that's crazy, bro.
You know the NBA is a business, right?
Yeah, but like that's like actually like, have you ever watched Scandal?
No.
Yeah, if you've watched Scandal, like, it's like that, bro. Like, it's like, why they're manipulating the game. It's like just draft the next best player and put them on the worst team, bro. Why are you changing the formula, man?
I think
and do you think by the time LeBron is, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but do you think that by the time that LeBron is able to play with him, that LeBron's still going to be that much of a valued asset, that teams will not pick other players that are possibly better than Bronny just so then they can leverage LeBron?
I don't see LeBron slowing down anytime soon, because the numbers he's getting right now, being how old he is crazy. But from what you've just said, I don't really see LeBron as just a player. Yeah. So I do think that they will hold Bronny as leverage to like get him to the team, because having LeBron on your team brings money, brings ticket sales, brings people to just want, like, his jerseys always go like.
Yeah, nuts. Yeah, whichever team he plays for.
Yeah, whichever team he goes to, the crowd goes with him. So thinking about that, it's
don't get it twisted. LeBron's my GOAT. Like I love LeBron. So, and I'm still saying that, and I just don't think like, I don't know, like, in that case, does everyone want LeBron on their team? I
don't know if everyone can afford him.
That's okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. What's your favorite NBA team?
Golden State.
Golden State, right?
Yeah.
So if you're the Golden State Warriors and you wanted to acquire LeBron, what would you be willing to give up for LeBron?
I'm not giving up Steph.
So-
I'm not giving
so
up
your
Steph.
answer is everyone but Steph.
You're gonna have to sell the whole team except for Steph to get LeBron, and then a couple of picks as well.
Okay, cool. But now, would you do it?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
that's
It's-
Golden State.
It's
You
still
know
a
Golden
team.
State is
It's
like
still a team. It's still a team.
what
It's still a team. No,
for
no,
Steph?
no. I'm not, bro. Don't trade Steph, but do not trade Steph Curry. I will explicitly say that. I'm not saying that, but my point is like people wouldn't unpack their whole team so then they can get Bronny, so then they can get LeBron. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the point I was making.
Okay,
'Cause I was
cool.
like, the whole point is that like you can leverage LeBron with Bronny. Like that's the argument's sake.
It's I
people-
don't know, man. It's very complicated because it's not just leveraging LeBron. It's also the location.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a couple of podcasts where players are talking about there's certain like teams they don't want to go to because it's just dead. There's nothing to do. Like Damian Lillard talking about him being in Milwaukee and he doesn't do anything than just watch shows, TV shows and stuff. Since he's moved there, his family is not there with him, so it will come down to location. I don't know, man. Honestly, I just hope that he does achieve that, play with his son, and I hope his son actually gets better. I think he's going to stay for a second year.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to go into the NBA draft.
Fairs.
He shouldn't.
I
He hasn't performed.
think he should stay at college
Yeah.
and become as best of a player as he can in
But I
college.
feel for him, though.
I feel like he should do whatever's best for him.
100%.
Like full stop. Like
I feel for him. The pressure's
yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
It's kind of crazy.
Your dad being LeBron.
Quick question on that as well. Obviously, we had Bronny and Bryce play here like a couple of years ago, man.
Boy.
Do you remember that? The couple balls?
I
That was insane.
remember that. That was one of, if not the best events of the summer that I've been to.
Why? What made it that for you?
You know, after a couple months later, I realized that there wasn't a halftime show at that game.
I didn't even think about that tonight.
That's how
yeah.
lit that game was.
Yeah.
It was pure energy, hype. The hype before the game, the queues outside. When you get into, people were running to get their seats. The couple box was full.
Yeah.
And
To the
all-
brim,
Bro,
spilling over.
and then buckets being hit, everyone screaming.
Yeah, Matic dunks.
When you know the clip where
I know the clip you're talking about already. Yeah, tell the people.
when that happened,
Yeah.
the way everywhere went crazy. I don't know how I captured that because the thing with me, when I film, I'm still watching the game. So that's my way of like, having fun with it. Like, okay, I love basketball. I work in it, but I still try to enjoy it. So I was watching, and when I seen it, I was like, oh, I started screaming, but my camera was still there on point. And then I turned around, I see Joel, like, I see, what was his name? Basketballer guy. That's his app.
Oh.
Plays for Ireland.
Oh,
Anyway.
Badness.
Taiwo Badness.
Taiwo Badness. Yeah.
Their reaction was funny, and then everyone else on the stands that were doing this, like as if it's not our team that got dunked on.
Yeah. Bro, it was madness.
It was
bro.
mad.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it wasn't Bronny.
The vibes, bro.
Did you see what Bronny did the next game in Paris?
No, to run
He
me through.
dunked on a dude, like he posted him. If that happened
damn.
in the UK, it would have been.
Yeah, I just
Shut
remember
down.
when these guys were doing layup lines and every single one of them was dunking. Everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa,
Bro,
whoa!" But we won that game. I say
100%.
we won that game.
yeah, and that's what I was so happy about. That we won it. We represented. That was a fun day, man. Everything that needed to happen happened.
Yeah, I feel like almost, I don't know, like I believe in like certain things that become catalysts. Like, and I feel like that summer and that event in particular was a huge catalyst of momentum for stuff moving forward.
It was for me personally. I'd say after that event, and I posted a couple of clips. Once again, Bronny just being a driver for like, just for content, views. I must have posted like a 4-second clip of Bronny touching the floor, and I captioned it, "Bronny touched earth." Because literally, he touched the floor. 12.3 million views.
Yeah, facts. And dude
But
was just
the
touching
amount
floor.
of hate,
Yeah,
I was like,
of course.
oh, just because he recovered though, you're just a hater. You're just a LeBron. I'm like, I just said what I saw. He touched earth.
Yeah. Cheers for engaging with the post, mate.
I know.
Thanks, mate.
But yeah, man. And even when I did post like a video of him like doing a 360 dunk, and they're like, oh, you're just glazing, Bronny. Oh, because if any other player did it, you wouldn't post. I'm like, can I? Where do I stand then? Do I post something good or bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But you just, bro, it's like, that's the thing when you put stuff out there. I find that even when I've started like doing the pod and stuff, like this is my creative journey as well. So like, even when I've started doing that, like, I almost want people to have freedom of their opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? And I want people that have an opposing opinion I want people to argue in the comments. Like it's good because like you start to narrow down how people think, and most people, right, they'll never admit it on social media, but people will look at a comment they've written and they've argued with someone. A lot of people go away like, you know what? Yeah, I was kind of bugging. But people will take that themselves. They'll never admit on social, bro, but they might go and sit at home and do that. But like, I think things like that are healthy, especially when we need that in our kind of space.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like just being honest. Like,
I don't understand how people, I don't do it, so I can't really understand how people like take their time to like write their opinion down on a post. Because I'm like, do you really like, and people are so deep into it where they will look through comments and they'll respond to every single one of them. Let's say if you're like talking bad about a player that they like, they will go to every single comment that's saying something negative about it and reply back. I've never had that kind of energy, but I'd like to understand as to why they take it so personal, man, because it's never that deep.
Never that deep.
Damn.
So what's one thing DezeReels can't live without?
I don't think there's anything I can't live without.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
I can't really think of some.
You don't have attachment to things then.
Like, I wouldn't even say my phone or anything because if it's not to post content, I really don't really use my phone or social media.
Deric Eze, DezeReels.
Yes, sir.
Pick another card.
Alright, cool. Do I have to pick the one that's on top? There we go. Let me know everyone look from here.
Take any card you like.
Oh my god.
What did you get? You get Red Queen in it?
A Joker.
Oh, so Joker. So Joker is you have to tell us why you think MJ isn't the GOAT.
First of all, when that guy started playing and even finished playing, when did he stop playing? Was it 2000 or something? Was it 19?
Bro, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know the exact year, but
cool.
it was
let's just say when he picked
early
and
2000s, I think.
Yeah. I wasn't even born, so I ain't watched the dude. I respect him, but to me, LeBron, if you don't think he's the GOAT, then I don't know. Then there's something wrong with you because he's breaking every record and he's still breaking records, and he's doing stuff that even MJ didn't even do. At the age of what, 39?
Just hit 40k points as well.
LeBron is top 10 in every single category, every single stat that you can find in the NBA. So that's what. Yeah, go on.
So if I was to put LeBron James on the worst team in the British Basketball League right now, who's bombed the table right now in British Basketball League?
Between Plymouth and maybe Surrey.
Okay, so let's go Plymouth. If I was to put LeBron James on the Plymouth team right now, with the current roster they have, from the start of the season, where do they end up on the table? How good are the Plymouth Patriots
with LeBron
in the BBL right now?
LeBron will definitely make a difference, but it takes a team to win a championship. I think with LeBron's extensive knowledge of the game and having teammates that want to take up that knowledge, they could make a run for top five.
Top five.
They could.
So you don't think they'll beat Lions?
London Lions. You see that player they've got, Nwamba?
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
That guy
is actually mad, bro.
Bro, I cannot wait for London to play Paris.
Yeah, it's
because now we have him, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Just thinking about just him is like, it's kind of tough because I see him guarding LeBron.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would want that.
100%.
Given his resume, obviously
You see,
playing
yeah,
the G League, playing NBA.
nah, he's cold.
Yeah. I've seen it like live. I was.
Did you watch the game where they got
the one in Romania?
Yeah.
I did. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game.
Sam Dekker was cold, but on one bar they were scared of him, bro. They just couldn't stop him. He was doing what he wanted.
It's very. I didn't realize how explosive as a player he was. Like, dude actually looks like he can dunk everything.
100%.
Like alone. Very exciting.
Even his teammates, I think Jordan Taylor, when I was chatting to him, he said he's like the Hulk. Like, he's got Hulk strength. Yeah, man. And to think that he wasn't even a main player in the NBA, that just goes to show that LeBron and Steph and Jokic are on a different level.
How long is it before you think that we start getting maybe ex-NBA players on more teams than just the Lions?
That's kind of tough. I mean, it will come down to how many people see the British Basketball League or British Basketball League teams as as an opportunity to do something. Because I think whoever 777 or whoever saw the London Lions, they saw the opportunity there and they took that chance. It comes down to that, more teams having that. Because as the minute that they can afford to get these players, then they're not going to reject it. Yeah, it's just that. I think it's the money.
Okay, we're going to move on to our next segment, next question. You're wearing a fantastic jersey right now.
Yep.
Talk to me about this jersey.
So, this hooper right here, and let me shout out Hoping and Luton.
Yeah. Man like Elliot.
Yeah, this is tough. I would say that my interest peaked on this player, Sabrina Ionesco, after the 3-point contest.
After the
I knew
the
of her
crash.
before.
Yeah.
But after that 3-point contest and seeing what she did, repping the women's like that, and still shooting from the NBA 3-point line, huge respect. I just had to watching her live from my house and stuff. It was surreal. So yeah, after that game, I was like, yeah, I really rate this lady.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of growth women's sports has had in forget women's sports, women's basketball
100%
in particular has had over the last couple of years as well. Something I noticed the other day, I was I've seen so many male hoopers that I know wearing her shoes, and it made me think that I can't think of any other sport where women's apparel
100%
attire is worn by the men more than any other sport. You can't tell me any I don't know of football boots, right? But I don't know women's football boots. I don't know if there's any out there.
Can't even think of any.
Whether they've made any, but if they were to make them, would the men wear them? There's women's league stuff out there. We see so many NBA players rock the W stuff, and I feel like basketball is one of those. We still have a long way to go in terms of supporting women's sports, but basketball is a forwarding sport in supporting women's sports. Definitely. I think a lot of our sports can learn from them. Yeah,
I think where it started for me, where I started to look at more women's basketball stuff was last season when LSU started to spark up, and then what was it? The girl from Iowa, Caitlin Clark, when that rivalry started and they played in the finals.
Intense, yeah.
That game was beautiful.
Yeah, we watched it live.
We watched it at the Hoopsweek. At the BSDN Hoopsweeks
I got
event.
Next premiere.
Yeah,
man, dope. Everyone was like, "Oh, we want to watch." I said, "Bro, put
the game on,
now.
bro.
What are you talking
That's what we're trying to watch now."
Was it even up for debate?
It wasn't.
NBA, or do we want to watch a game which one means more, but is?
I've always said
actually breaking records.
I've always said if I had the opportunity to film a game in the States, if I had to choose between the NBA or NCAA, I'm going to the NCAA game, bro. March Madness. The atmosphere, I want to feel that energy. That's what I'd say DezeReels is about. It's about the rawness, the energy, the grit, what the sport's about. There's only so much that you can really see on videos But when you can, show the rawness from the camera, then yeah, that's what my niche is, if you call it that.
Yeah. Always hearing you behind the camera, bro, going, hoo, 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 no way.
Oh my god!
It's pure though. It's pure though, man. And that's what, like, I think resonates with more people. Like, we need more like that. Because that's what people that watch basketball, that's why we love it. When we watch your stuff, we're watching it like we're you for that moment. Do you know what I mean?
No, man. Whenever I go
Through
back
the
home, I
lens.
cringe a little bit. Because I'm like, bro, just stop talking, man.
You've just seen your own stuff too much, man.
But then, it's just reactions to the game, man.
Okay. Who do you think's the best upcoming players in the UK right now? So give me your top picks. Let's start on the women's side.
Upcoming as in, you mean juniors?
Yeah, juniors, so younger players that you've seen. Because I know you do a lot of EABL college stuff as well.
Yasmin, I think she's cold. I've watched her twice in both finals. She's cold. Then Erin. Erin, she looks like she could play with the man them. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean she would hoop
she
with,
can hang,
with the guys,
she
and
can
she
hang.
wouldn't like be scared or anything. So yeah, I think she's cold.
There's a lot of great academies there. You said Coppleston obviously being one, Shanwood being another. Cola has produced some great talent.
Cola,
as well recently.
they work really good as a team. I'd say as a team, I'd say Cola. Yeah. Individually, I don't think I've seen anything crazy. But in terms of like understanding how to play defense and work as a team and offense, making that extra pass, hitting the shots, I think Cola as a team with the coach, Jackson, they're lit. One of the best academies in the UK for sure.
And how about on the men's side, upcoming young guys?
You know what? I think I've seen more from the CBL than EABL, yeah.
Well, that's more interesting.
Yeah,
Really.
that's the thing.
They don't really get showcased as much.
I don't understand what the politics is between academies being in the EABL and other academies being in the CBL, because most of the CBL teams I've seen, the dudes that play in them play like D1, NBL.
From my understanding, I think it's to do with the credentials for the funding with like DICE academies and stuff. I think it's something to do with that, because we've seen some teams now drop out of the EABL that weren't in it last year, and there was kind of like a restructure at the start of the year. A lot of those articles are available on Basketball England. We'll put the link in the thing. There you go. Educational for the culture, man. You can go and find that stuff for you out there.
In terms of players, I think the new content series that myself and Tamara Fox have started, DT Spotlight, I'd say those players that we've spotlighted, that we've put a spotlight on, are the players that I think like this kid called Anthony for Crest Academy. I say he's tough. I've watched him for 2 years. Last year he played for London Elite, and he's solid. And I think he's young as well. He might be. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still 17. But yeah,
Class
of
of
2024.
2024.
So what?
Like
17?
we said, people, we got to explain
18.
the room,
Oh, okay.
bro.
18.
Agent Tamara Fox is in the building.
First.
Secret agent Tamara Fox.
Another person that say I've seen Shem Onodeko. He is
Canterbury.
Yeah. He's cold. Like, I watched him play in the summer, and just his build. You know when you see players in the state and they're like 15 and then they've got grown men bodies. Yeah, I'd say he's kind of like that. His IQ is there. He can play defense and play offense. He's solid as a player. So yeah, I'd say him for sure.
Give me one more.
How can I forget about this guy? Tyrese Lacey. I have known him since he was 13 when he was playing in Birmingham. That's when I first started DezeReels actually. And he does not stop. He doesn't let his height stop him. He is just a bucket. I think last time I saw on Instagram or something, he scored 40, 10 assists. Like and he's what, 5'8", 5'7", crazy. Yeah, man. Tyrese Lacey, Sherman Odeko, Anthony.
Obviously, you've started a new series with Tamara. Tamara's in the room. Tamara, say hello to the people. Come in front of the camera. Say, just put your foot in or something. DezeReels obviously is, like you said, like it's something that you started, but like what you might not realize, bro, being the type of person you are, how many people probably inspired and people that have learnt from you, but also people that are now helping contribute to your brand as well. So obviously going out and reporting in the new series and stuff with Tamara, how important do you think collaboration is, especially with people that are trying to grow as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. When you're trying to grow, you can never do it alone. Like when you're trying to take that next step, it takes a team. It takes more than one person. There's only so much you can do by yourself. And I got to the point where I am doing everything I can by myself, but in order to reach that next step, in order to branch into different types of content, I need extra hands. And that's where Tamara plays a part. She is very innovative, very creative, very quick with it as well. Like something that would take me 2 or 3 hours to think about and like, you know, put it in a piece of paper would take it like 10 minutes. So yeah, I think one of the things that we thought was needed in the British basketball scene that we hadn't seen, maybe it's there but we haven't seen it, was post-game interviews with players, like younger players, to get them ready for the States, for the people that aspire to go to the States, right? Just getting them that little media training, just, you know, being in front of the camera, answering questions to do with the game, all of that. And I think that also adds, you know, confidence. So like, you know, being picked to do an interview after you've had a good game, it adds to it.
Bro, about limits, that's what I think. I can always find a way. That's actually my mindset.
Every basketballer listens to J. Cole, fam.
Were you guys getting dubs though?
Depends what year.
What does the culture mean to you?
Real. Everybody's allowed to be themselves. Because every young hooper's or young British hooper's dream.
That's not carnival, like.
She loafers with a tough top.
Take Draymond Green off of the Warriors, put him on any other team, is he surviving?
Yeah.
Really?
Let's talk about who's fixed pro.
Them referees bumped you.
Freaking go, guys.
Yeah! My name is Joel Ufele, Who Space CEO, and you're listening to For The Culture.
The other things we just need to touch upon are working for the BBL at the moment.
British Basketball League.
British Basketball League.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually... What's wrong with me? Huh? Now, this is another example of changing the name of the league, and some of us are still getting used to it. If you look back at episode 1, you can watch it here. You will see when we talked about the league changing. It's the British Basketball League. Back to the episode. Your journey through content creation, through becoming DezeReels, has led you now to a full-time job working in the British Basketball League.
Yeah.
We already probably don't have an idea of how much work goes into DezeReels, but I know that doing that alongside what you're doing now is quite frantic. Tell me your day-to-day life. Like, run me through an average day, if there is a such thing as being a content creator for the British Basketball League.
An average day. Cool. I'd say wake up in the well, it's kind of different now because I've moved. I don't live in London anymore.
Well, you don't wake up anymore?
No, I don't live in London anymore. What? What?
You said you don't wake up, innit? And then
No,
you
I said it's different
changed.
now.
I was like, well, I don't wake up no more, bro.
No, so my day kind of is changed now, but basically my day to day would be Monday, Tuesday, editing. Wednesday, potentially going on a shoot to like team practices, or let's say just shooting a feature for something if it's needed, maybe on a Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, game days, and Saturday, Sunday, DezeReels. So game days would be me traveling to wherever I have to go. If it's Leicester, Sheffield, Glasgow, Newcastle, filming, warm-ups, then filming highlights, sending them on real time after every quarter, sending a highlight, and then at the end of the game, producing an MVP mixtape for the player of the game.
So when you produce your mixtape, are you producing that at arena on your way back to home? Like when are you doing that?
I'm doing that on the train.
Yeah.
On the train back home.
The grind.
But well, if I'm not, whenever I go to Newcastle, I don't come back the same day. I have to stay over. So I stay in a hotel and I either do it that same night just so I have time to do other things, like my own stuff, or if not, then I do it on the way back or once I get home, I'll edit. But yeah, when I was working for Boss 16 Sky, before I joined the British Basketball League, they only covered like 30 games, and now with the British Basketball League, we've got over 200 and something games, so it's busy when the season's on. And when you have like the big events like the trophy finals or the All-Star game, yeah, the prep for that is a lot, and then the actual day is even more.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, we're filming this the day before the All-Star.
yeah,
Bro, tell me how much work has gone into that people
Boy.
won't see behind the scenes. Like,
what
that
people
you
don't see is that the
involved in.
preparations for this started as soon as the trophy finals was over, and the trophy finals was end of Jan, the 27th of Jan. Preparation started from then. One thing that's been coming out on socials, which is already going to be out by the time you post this, but I got to do the All-Star mini games with the North All-Stars and the South All-Stars. Yeah, so did 5
Oh, so you
different
filmed them
games.
little cup things.
Yeah, 2 cameras,
Those
one
are
person.
funny, man.
Bruh.
Those are funny.
Yeah, got to shoot that. For me, the good thing about that was that it's a feature in general, but even though it was just a game that they had to play, they actually had fun. And me watching them, filming them, I had fun too. So I'm happy about how it came out, and I hope that when people watch it, they can feel the energy and the excitement that, happen in those clips.
You obviously get quite a lot of like really exclusive access to a lot of things being the content creator, not just courtside during the games, but filming warm-ups, huddles. You must see so many little intricacies that people don't get to see, especially things like with the All-Star thing. Can you tell us like any like funny stories like about any experiences you've had with players in either the Women's British Basketball League or the Men's British Basketball League?
Funny experiences? You mean like, well, good or bad?
I mean, whatever you want to tell, my brother.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that when I was filming the South All-Stars, which was Bristol, Surrey, all the teams were in there. Leicester,
London.
yeah, London, them teams. I think, what was it? One of the players, I think we must have been doing the games, and he must have said to the Surrey guy must have said to the Bristol guy, we know about you, man. And they were talking about me. They're like, we know you work for the dark side. I was like, what? Dark? What? Who's the dark side? I'm trying to find something
The
that's
dark
more
side
interesting.
being what? Hold on.
That's what I'm still trying to figure out.
Elaborate.
I don't know what the dark side is, but they were talking about me, and I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, maybe they meant the North.
Yeah, they said I'm on their side.
Oh. Are you?
They basically said I was cheating the games when they were just not good at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
On that point,
what's up? Don't do that, man.
yes,
You're really
yes.
gonna ask that?
I'm about to stir some shit.
Go on, do it.
So, North or South, man?
Oof.
It's okay. It's gonna go out after.
I'm thinking about the teams though. It might be North.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's North.
Really?
Yeah,
Bro, South is.
I know.
Yeah,
but that's the thing.
like I was genuinely
because
surprised
South
when they cut like Leicester and London in the same half.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay.
But because South is what South is, that's why I think North is gonna win. What? I feel like South might come with pride.
Oh, you think they're going to be complacent?
Yeah.
Do you? Obviously, we're talking about this again before it's happened, but let's for argument's sake, like, obviously one of the biggest issues with the All-Star game, the actual NBA All-Star game, or rather not actual, the NBA All-Star game, is that
they don't play.
They don't play.
Yeah.
Are these guys gonna go out and hoop? I hope they go out.
They
and hoop.
better.
I'm trying
They
to
better
see a show, bro.
I'm here because if they don't, I'm gonna be like, this is not the NBA, right?
Yeah, bro.
You are not.
Go pre-side.
You're not that guy.
He said it.
No.
He said it.
Nah, but come on, man. I'm really not trying to like leave my house to watch a dead scrimmage. Like people play at scrimmages.
I mean, the same way that we want them to play
yeah,
a bit more, or at least make it a bit more like worthwhile watching. Like, in the NBA, like we want it to be a bit more worthwhile in the All-Star game. You know.
I don't know what to expect because obviously everyone in each team, they're like all new to each other, so it's not like they're gonna be running plays that are gonna like look good or anything. But at the same time,
I mean, you would know. Did they have any practice before the game?
I think they do.
Okay.
It's scheduled in for that.
But is it like tonight or like?
I think it's
like
on the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That ain't practice.
Yeah, that's just
All right,
like,
this guy's gonna go shoot around and play Money in the Bank.
yeah, that's just it.
Do
But
some layups.
yeah, man, I hope they actually come to hoop because I understand that players can be scared of injury and stuff, but that can happen even at training. So what difference does it make that you just come out and
I
hoop?
guess it's doing it for something that they think is worth it. But I think that's the point. It's like maybe the issue is that we don't value these exhibition games enough. Like, how do we make them more valued so that the players then take it more seriously?
That is the $1 million question that the NBA still can't answer. Yeah. I mean,
That's not what you think. Drop it. What would you do to make
what would
the
I do
games
to
more
make
valuable?
I mean, I don't know what else other than money can motivate players to play though. And I would not want to like put any kind of like, if you win the All-Star game, you get through to.
Yeah, something
I wouldn't
else.
want to do anything like that because it just messes it up for the teams. But other than money, I don't know what else you can offer to a player to want to play.
Yeah, I hear it.
In an All-Star game. But then, what's weird is that fans talk shit for no reason. Because when they don't play, they complain. But when they do play, they call them tryhards.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I've seen
It's true.
when Giannis
But-
was trying to go for like 50 or something, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, he's just a tryhard.
Or
He's
when-
playing basketball.
I can't like NBA All-Star game made me laugh when I see Cat Williams and he's going off, and I'm like everyone's just letting him go off. Like they actually don't care. I felt like they're almost clowning him a
Wait,
bit, but like
You mean
in the NBA All-Star.
yeah, but you
game
said
that
Cat
just went.
Williams. You mean
Cat Williams. Oh my days. What?
Damn,
Bro.
bro, what are you talking about?
Bro, what do you mean? Cat Williams read 300 books a year. That motherfucker's in the All-Star game as well. If you haven't watched that, if you've watched that interview, that would be funny too. If you haven't, then it's not. But like, not Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Not Cat Williams.
Cat.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, I was
Cat
thinking
Cat
Cat
Williams in the
Williams,
NBA.
NBA player. When?
Get him in the celebrity game next year. That would be funny.
He don't look like a hooper though.
Cat Williams can do it all, man.
Shit, I'd love to see that.
Mr. Deric Eze. So one time, I was strolling on IG and I must have seen a post on DezeGram, which is obviously your personal Instagram. And I was like, damn, this guy just won a Grammy. It looked like he won a Grammy. This guy was in the tux. He had his award in his hand. Yo, like, tell me a little bit about that. That seemed like a bit of a surreal experience.
Yeah, it was. That was my first TV award when I was working at Buzz 16. I was involved in one of the projects with the Overlap. I don't know if you've watched this football program or TV program by Gary Neville. And yeah, I had the role of making like the promo video that would go to the awards thing for submission or something. So yeah, to get the name of the company I called out, and the winner of the best YouTube channel of the year.
Wow.
With like companies like Sky, Sky, ITV, BBC, and they called it like Buzz 16 out. Yeah, I was like, damn, I cannot believe that I've been involved in a project like this. And yeah, I was dressed right for the event. My trim was set. Shoes were nice. You know, I had my shades and everything. Yeah, that was like a very surreal night.
So that was obviously an award that you received for while you're working for Buzz 16. It's an award you received essentially from you're recognized by who gave those awards? Like, what was the name of the awards night?
Broadcast Sports Awards.
So that's obviously
BSA. Yeah.
quite like broad, very valued kind of
well
thing.
known in like the TV scene.
And you've won that award for there, like.
I mean, not me,
Like,
like the
Yeah,
the
obviously
team,
the team, but you're a part of it, and also you made the video that was used for submission, which eventually was used on leverage on how to vote. So like, it's quite important,
yeah.
bro. I'm giving you flowers. Take
Yeah,
them.
I
Like,
think, yeah, thank you, thank you,
take
thank
your
you,
flowers,
thank you.
bro. You
It's-
take them while you still can,
I
bro.
do this every time.
But seriously, and this is what I want to speak about. Like, how do you think about how we kind of reward people in British basketball? Do you think there's enough of it? Like, is there anything you think we can do to like give people more recognition? Do you think the right people are recognized? Do you think anyone's recognized at all?
I mean, now that you're saying that, are the right people being recognized? I don't think so. I'm not even saying necessarily for me, but I don't know if you saw recently what Basketball England posted in terms of
Yeah,
like,
the regional awards. Yeah,
the awards, yeah. And for me in particular, I wouldn't vote myself for anything because I don't think I'm as consistent. I'm not able to be in the leagues that Basketball England run on the 18s, on the 16s, NBL, D1 to D3. But I film where I can. But there's a couple of videographers that I know that work their asses off and I look up to because their content is good. So to not see them being voted as as a best media of the year was strange. And it wasn't just one region, it was a couple. I'd probably say like the one I did like and I was like, yeah, this is the right one was for Southwest London Southwest.
Yeah,
It was
BDAV.
BDAV.
Yeah,
BDAV is cold.
Yeah.
Like he's cold, and that's one of the people I look at in terms of content. He was chosen, and I was like, yeah, cool, that's good.
A lot of people don't also know he does the Surrey stuff. as
Yeah,
well. Does the
full time
Surrey
now.
stuff as well. Yeah.
Full time, big up to
Exactly.
BDAV because he wasn't doing it full time before. It was part time, going uni and everything. But now he's doing what he loves. So I'm proud of him. But yeah, in terms of like other regions and other places, I'm not even trying to be rude or anything, but half of the names I saw there in terms of media, I didn't recognize, I didn't know. So maybe they are doing their thing, but it's not someone that I have seen so many times to be like, oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think, and this is obviously me being ignorant of this, like, again, we're just trying to speak honestly. Like, I haven't seen what the criteria are to win those certain awards. Yeah. There probably are somewhere online there, but like they haven't presented to the people. I feel like the best thing about awards nights and evenings and kind of having those things is that there's an explanation to it. It's like this award is given for this, whatever, and it makes it a bit more consumable. Yeah. And I think if there was an understanding of why certain people got certain awards, even if you don't know them, at least they'd be like, oh, now I do know.
Exactly,
Telling a bit of their story, like giving them an opportunity to kind of talk about who they are is important.
But then missing out regions.
Yeah.
For me, if you like, okay, this is my opinion, but what's his name? The guy for Eddie.
Yeah.
For Barking.
Yeah.
I think in terms of EABL teams, top EABL teams that do media, Eddie, and for Charnwood, what's his name? Nathan Green. Cold. Video, pictures, graphics, they do it all. Nathan and Eddie. Yeah. Why is Eddie not selected for any of them? Last year, the same thing. Nothing.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's a recognition thing or it's a nomination thing. And who nominates them? Well, I didn't notice that as well. There were certain awards listed for certain criteria, which makes me come to think that no one was nominated for them or they weren't recognized, because it's obviously very evident that this award was given out somewhere else,
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I don't quite like it. That's just my opinion.
What's your goal? What drives you? Like
what drives me?
Yeah. On the subject of awards, because awards drive some people.
Yeah.
And recognition drives some people.
Yeah.
But what drives you to want to be the best content creator you can? And also, what is your dream job?
Cool. What drives me? I wouldn't say awards drive me. I think is the impact I make. Knowing the impact I make is what drives me. I just got told recently that I have an impact in the British Basketball League where coaches and players refer to a player getting a mixtape as "you just got DezeReels."
Ooh, that's tough.
I know that. I was like,
You good speak.
yeah, I was like, people say that.
Wow.
And I was like, I didn't know if that's what people say. Then I appreciate that a lot.
Oh.
But also just knowing, for me, I don't do things to get praises and stuff. I don't make these mixtapes or make these videos so people have to thank me.
Yeah.
But when I know that you appreciate it, you like it, it means a lot to me. When you tell me that you like the video, it goes a long way.
Yeah, for real.
The likes are nice, like the followers are nice, but I think that means more for me. In terms of what I want to do, it's always been a dream for me to like film EuroLeague.
Really?
Yeah, EuroLeague, NBA to a certain extent, but more like I want to go Europe. Yeah. NCAA would be lit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's what you want to do, is like doing what you're doing now. It's more so about the location you're doing it.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And just, I want to be able to experiment more. And the only way I can do that is just being in a different environment. But yeah, that'd be my goal, to travel the world, see basketball, film basketball, and just meet different people. Yeah.
If you could film any game in history that you know of, one game.
I know that game.
Okay, what's the game?
Christmas game, Golden State versus Cleveland.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, tell me, bro.
Everything happened in that game. That game was intense from the beginning to the end. And then I think it got down to the wire as well. KD, Curry, Kyrie, LeBron. What else did they have? What else did Cleveland have that time?
Called Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Was that Kevin Love time?
Potentially.
Christmas game.
But it was, the Christmas game. And that's when the Golden State were like...
J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith.
Bro.
Shumpert.
Bro.
Kyle Korver.
And
yeah, that was that year.
I don't know where it is now, but hell, he could shoot. And if not that game, then it would be the NCAA final, Villanova versus North Carolina. You know, the one where he hit the buzzer and then confetti falls and then there's some white dude just crying. He's like, I want to cruising.
It's a movie.
Bro, that game, I don't know what people were feeling that in that arena, but I could feel it from the TV while I was watching. That was crazy. Yeah, that'd be, I don't know, 2 games I'd definitely would have loved to be involved in.
Well, man, I hope it happens for you, man. Well, and obviously not the ones in the past, but I hope EuroLeague stuff happens for you, man. And I feel like you're probably closer than you think, man.
Amen.
You're close to everything, man. Stay locked in. The last thing I have to ask you before we kind of do our outro questions, I've noticed you have an unk on your neck, and also an unk tattoo on tattoo on your neck, but also an unk on your on your neck as well, man. Like chain wise, tell me about that. What does it mean to you? A lot of people see that symbol, but I don't think a lot of people actually know what it means.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm Nigerian, so obviously my friends are African, and they don't really mess with the tattoos anymore. So for me, and I don't like.
Well, you picked a great place to hide.
I know. But for me to like get a tattoo in the first place, like it means something to me.
Yeah.
And for me, during the time when I got it done, what it means is change, family, and just, a new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means, and that's what it meant to me. And that's when I even cut my hair. Like I cut my hair, and I was like, cool, I want to, having fresh start and just be closer with family and just get a better touch of myself, because I felt like this social media content creator thing was getting too much for me. And just personal stuff, personal life, all of that, just everything happened at the same time. I just needed just a change. So I made the change and then marked it.
Marked the change.
And marked it, yeah.
Catalyst in your life?
Here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been a lot. Yeah, man. Life's been real.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 24.
24, man. There you go, man. Probably people that just listen to that, they're like, oh, damn.
I thought it was 16.
What's next for DezeReels? Like, coming up next? You got anything, any new series coming out? Any... Emma's just around the corner, bro.
I know. There's a couple things that still working on the plans and stuff, but I'm looking to go to Spain.
Yeah.
In the summer. Not confirmed yet, but looking to go to Spain for potential camps and
the
street ball tournaments. Oh yeah, I'm trying to hit the streets.
Yeah,
because I've seen a couple pause. Yeah, I didn't mean that kind of street.
Pause.
I didn't mean that kind of street. I'm like street ball basketball. I was trying to hit the club. What?
Pay for about 10 rats, get in. Correctly. We in that. No?
Nope. Yeah, I'm Spanish. I want me to get more certain.
Oh, that's the start of
Nah.
21. Can you do so?
I didn't know that.
People of culture, please tell me you got that with that. Then it's kick.
Yeah, man. Street ball.
Yeah.
In Spain, by my boy Visual Baller. I don't know if you've heard about him, but he's the media guy for the ACB.
Oh.
The ACB, and he does he do? I think he does EuroLeague here and there, but yeah.
What connected?
Yeah, man. It happened at Summer Jam.
Wow.
Where I met him and then we just connected straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Power of introducing yourself to people too.
Exactly. That's how it is.
Continue to get out of your comfort zone. That's
That is the way I'm forward, bro.
Question I've asked to all of our guests that have come on so far. What can the British basketball culture do to help DezeReels continue to grow and inspire and do what you're doing? What can the people do to help you?
I'd say for starters, show up. To be honest, what can they do to support?
Yeah.
Can I use the word actual support?
So what do you want from the people within our culture, the people, basketball fans, people who like basketball fans, people who watch basketball, people who watch the content, hoopers that are just in the parks, like people within our culture that not only consume our content, but almost need our content for them to be knowledgeable about what goes on in the game and just be a part of this British basketball community. Like, how can they support what you're doing and in a way that, is appreciative to you?
I would say just turn up, connect. When you're in Spain and France and you see how they react to content creators producing content of them and how you can just, shout for people to come to a park and let's run this.
Yeah.
And there's just so many people coming to support. That's what's missing here in the UK. Like, we have it here and there, but it's not consistent. It's not something that's like a thing.
Yeah.
When I say connect, I mean like interact with like these posts. Like, we're posting people that you know. Why are you not supporting like your own page? And you could see that at Summer Jam when Team Milan would play Team London, and all the Milan guys are all there like supporting at the 1v1s, shouting and stuff, and Team London, there's no one there. Taking into account that Summer Jam is being hosted in London, where's all the support? So it's just stuff like that, man. The little stuff, just connect, reshare, post, be involved. Don't just go on social media to complain about how British basketball is this and that. Make the actual attend the event.
Yeah, sometimes attending an event that's it.
Yeah,
and a lot of these events are free.
Exactly.
So many of them are free.
And that goes to me saying now, you know how people are talking about London Lion women's team being not being sponsored for like next year. So I hear that people are complaining, but these same people, are they turning up to the games to support these women? Are they filling up the arenas? They're not, but they're there to complain. So what I'm asking for is less complaint, more action.
There you go. There you go, Deric. Thank you so much for jumping on the pod, man. Thank you, man. Like, it was a pleasure, man. And in the future, hopefully we'll get you back again, man. Interested in following your journey. Just quickly, bro, tell them where can they find you?
Well, if you're trying to find me, you can go on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, whatever you're using, at DezeReels, DezeReels. That's me.
That's been it for the culture episode 2. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Deric's been fantastic. Make sure you go hit him up on social. Make sure you check out the previous 2 episodes as well. Let us know who you want to see next on For The Culture. Did you enjoy this episode? Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. TikTok, Instagram. That's everything, man. See you guys later. Thank you so much.
Out.
Right.